Чё, народ, чё, зрители, с вами viewers, и я, постоянный ведущий SenDeeZe. Сегодня мы продолжим играть в игру The Stanley Parable. Как я и обещал, я постараюсь записать некоторые концовки этой игры, а не только ту, которую мы прошли. Ну что ж, приступим. Наверное, мы опять-таки скипнем интро. Так, классно. И самая быстрая концовка, до которой я дошел, это вот это вот.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Вот, самая быстрая концовка. Я решил, что буду говорить не так много, как раньше, чтобы вы насладились всей полнотой игры. Вот она, еще одна концовка, отлично, которую я вспомнил. Так. О, тут на контрол можно садиться, это я не знал. Так, и смотрите, что мы сейчас делаем. Оп.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Так, ну, нам предлагают, что хватило нам или нет, что же мы ответим, и...
Yes. I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Ну что ж, мы подождем. Ну что ж, надо признать, что я подождал около 2 минут и устал ждать. Поэтому мы пойдем дальше. Это была самая быстрая концовка. Так, но я думаю, что в этом выпуске, здесь будет несколько, постараемся разобрать несколько концовок. Я думаю, около 3.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Так, ну и тут я думаю, что мы пойдем до конца в правую дверь.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth
Могу
admiring.
рассказать, что в этой
It
игре
had really
намного
been
приятнее
worth the
слушать.
detour after all. Just
Всегда,
to
вот
spend a
сколько
few
видео не
moments
смотрел,
here in this
намного
immaculate,
приятнее слушать
beautifully constructed
рассказчика,
room.
чем того, кто
Stanley simply stood here,
играть в эту игру.
drinking it all
Поэтому
in.
давайте восхитимся полностью, будем наслаждаться этой игрой.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Ну, если подумать, я
Come
решил,
on.
что...
I'm sure you'll survive the jump.
Ага,
Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Уа! Рассмотрим мы сразу 4 концовки.
Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Вышло. Так, извиняюсь, если слышно скрипение моего стула. И, пожалуй, перенесемся сразу же к тому месту. Так, и вот мы вернулись, и, пожалуй,
Look, Stanley, I think
поехали.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Возможно, что...
To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Кто же ждал? Кстати, похоже на ту комнату, из которой мы вышли. Тут нельзя никак упасть. Так, и что ж, идем. Не, я туда не хочу. А сейчас можно открыть? Нет, жадные. Ладно. Ну, как мне интересно, если опять встать на эту платформу, то... Ничего. Так, ну что ж, идем до конца, идем дальше.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety
Значит, сломать игру можно, да?
real-world
Это весьма
decision-making.
интересно.
Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of
Так,
risk
ну
on
так
my
понимаю, это
watch.
еще одна
I'm going
концовка.
to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Интересно.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
А если вот я возьму просто и не пойду? Просто возьму и не пойду. Возьму телефон. Или сюда сяду. Или что-нибудь сделать здесь. Я не хочу уходить. Я не хочу. Закройте дверь. А, ладно, пойдем. Так, и... Ахаха, мы считерим, мы сейчас возьмем и откроем эту дверь. Ну ладно, не откроем. Так, ладно. Идем дальше. Ладно, так дверь открывается. И что делать дальше? Опа, оно тут и раньше было? Что-то нельзя было выпрыгнуть. Умно.
Choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Я же найду способ упасть, я же знаю себя. Ну ладно, тут реально нельзя упасть по всему. Тут и прыгать еще в этой игре нельзя, поэтому это еще 2 раза сложнее. Ага! Ладно, нельзя. Возможно, тут как-то можно пройти, но не сейчас. Странно, что здесь нельзя пройти. Что в таком-то очень похоже на то, что на него можно пройти. Что ж, идем дальше. Нам было сюда надо, ну ладно. Так, идем дальше.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ну, все мы знаем, в какую дверь мы пойдем. А, конечно, влево нет, шучу вправо.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Nope, я стану здесь. Ха-ха. Я так понимаю, тут чуть-чуть текстурки подлагали. Возьму и закрою дверь. Ну ладно, допустим. Я успел. Я смотрю, не щадили на этот раз. Далеко нам идти. Судя по всему, здесь ничего нельзя сделать. Ладно, идем дальше. Ну, идем, как бы идем.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Пожалуй, было страшно сейчас. Слегка. Еще не все. Ай-яй-яй, еще не конец, еще не конец.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Мне кажется, или он просто не понял, что мы пойдем, конечно, я опять шучу, и мы пойдем все-таки вправо. Идем вправо.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Так, ну смотрю, что эта история она затянулась. Очень прилично.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
А он закрыт на этот раз, чтобы там никто не сидел. Ну ладно.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
А
boss's
тут даже
office.
закрыто. Очень интересно. Не дают нам выбора, друзья. Так, ну что ж, идем. Продолжаем идти. Сюда можно было войти. Я помню, тут была как бы ванная. Интересно.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Хотя она была другой, когда мы проходили.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Нет. Тут же должно быть что-то еще интересное. Бедный панда.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark
Ладно, хорошо.
115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
А я не могу.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Я не могу. Серьезно, не могу.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Успокойся, парень.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Так, у меня сирена, надеюсь, ее не слышно.
Stanley?
Это Стэнли.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk
Я
through
не
the
верю.
door.
Это еще не
Are you
конец.
listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just...
Это я, что ли, говорю? Это я автор, что ли?
Work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct.
Ну что ж, друзья, мне очень нравится эта игра. И когда мы проходили в первый раз, там высокой комнате не было. Или было все-таки? Я не помню, там были титры или все-таки нет? Ну и что, мы так и будем стоять? А, конец. Так, ну что ж, на этом тогда, пожалуй, мы уже точно закончим. И если вам понравилось это видео, не забывайте подписываться на канал, оставлять комментарии, ставить лайки. И до скорых встреч. Всем пока.